Okay, it's now to start our closing session, and in fact, I would like to present our members of this table for the closing session. I would like to introduce Mr. Franklin Alves, the Secretary of State of Entrepreneurship, Competitiveness and Innovation of the Portuguese government, and also José Manuel Fernandes as the President of Produtec. It is a pleasure and an honor for us to have both of you. I would like to share. I was the chair of this conference. It is a pleasure for me. I should say that I'm quite sad about this moment, because I think that we had during this time we had very good moments, and like everything that is good, when it finished we have these mixed feelings. But I think the most important thing is that at least I felt that we created during these 3 days a very good environment. I think that I was attending some of the sessions, and I'm quite happy because we had very good papers in these sessions. We have a good level of participants in this conference. It was more than I was expecting. We had more than 170 people attending this conference. I think that it is fantastic. I'm also happy because we could bring companies to active participating and giving contributions in our conference. We had 6 Portuguese companies presenting projects. We had also, from the 8 keynote speakers, 3 of them were from industry. They gave us an industrial perspective. I think that as a researcher, we need to do our research, but in a very close link. And I think that in this moment we had we show that it's possible to share. And sometimes you saw that the industry is really on ahead in some fields concerning some of the research. At least they are already doing very important things, and we have to learn a lot with them. It was for me a pleasure, because when we start this idea to organize the conference, it was really starting in 2008. We were not expecting to run this conference in 2013 with such a critical environment, not only for Portugal but for Europe. And we had this idea to not only to create a conference, but also to launch things, to create something that it could allow us to do our job, at least what we think that is important, which is to share knowledge, to share best practices. And it was very interesting, the session that we had yesterday, in which we presented this initiative to create a new award for the best factory in Portugal. We are taking this experience from Fraunhofer Austria Institute, and I think that is something that makes sense in this moment. We had to share, we had to show good practices, good things that are happen. It was yesterday in the conference dinner, we had an interesting moment. Is important, the mission of this conference, Manufacturing System Conference, also to challenge, to promote young researchers to participate, to contribute, and I think that the award was it was a good choice. We went to a very difficult decision, and at this moment it's time also to thank to all of the colleagues that participate in the conference. In fact, we had colleagues that work a lot for the success, selecting papers, the scientific committee. We had people that were very deeply working on the organization of this conference. It was hard work, but also I think that when we arrived at this moment, we had this satisfaction because we have done our job. And it was nice also to keep in contact with people from industry. We create this industrial committee, and with all these acknowledge, I would like to really thank, and also to thank for your participation in the conference. I would like to say that it was interesting, all the organization that we make, because we organize this day not only to close the perspective to close the 46th CRP conference on manufacturing system, but also to start another moment, which is the workshop of Produtec that will run after lunch. You are all invited of that. And with these words, I would like to introduce José Manuel Fernandes, also for giving some words. He is the president of Produtec. Please, you are welcome.
Good afternoon. Produtec is an association production technology, the kind cluster. We work with many companies integrating with this association the manufactured machinery and equipment, system integrators, software house, engineering and consulting service include. To us is an important, irrelevant sector in Portugal. Today we have the turnover about 9,100 million euros, with the participating export area 3,700 million euros. We have the double contribution to industrial competitiveness: the production, the technology and cluster, the industrial to industrial sectors, users, and with the goal every time to implement it high added value. And a special situation about our work and the results to be every time in the horizontal impact in our industry. We have about the 1,500 enterprise, 22,000 employers, 2,200 million the turnover, and 1,700 component in the exports. The long tradition in the R&D, investment and industry, university cooperation, both in the national and the international level, more than 6 million investment under product strategy, supported by competitive program, a specific program the Portuguese government. To integrate today two big projects with 40 partners and with 12 million the budget involved in the user sectors and the research organization, development, innovative production and service and manufacturing industry. Relevant participation in the European project and the initiative, manufacture platform, and another participation. We talk about Europe and Portugal, but in Portugal, to us, is determined to continue to investment in manufacturing, industry and production technology. It's very important, this determination. Collaboration between production technology producer and the user sectors and the research and the academy needs to be further developed and supported. This is one reason why our association is determined, very strong determination about to implement the cooperation. Always all. The cooperation with the institution, technology institution, university, implemented the culture about the entrepreneur for to implement it yourself, integration in new projects, new links with outside the walls of your companies. It's very important each time more. The competitiveness have the different levels of the input and output. The culture, the entrepreneur, is today the high point determined for success. The implemented new technology to win the competitiveness. Clusters play a very important role gathering and coordinating the different players and level of national and regional level, supporting SMEs. Liking with the international level, Europe needs the more determination about this area. Never we go to be dependent on the service. We need to integrate more reality in our policy about the industry. Today we lose many positions, but we don't lose the battle. We have the potential in each country, each member, this region. We have the high level of the potential, the technology, the development. Many situations in many institutions work alone. We need more cooperation. Is my last word. Thank you for presenting. Thank you.